Hey, it's Neville Medora, and today we're going to talk about which social network should you focus on. There are just so many choices today of social media platforms that you can post on and engage on that it gets a little bit maddening. You can host your own blog, you have an email list, Twitter, TikTok, you could send out images on Pinterest, YouTube, podcast, Facebook, Medium, Quora, Instagram, long-form video, short-form video, media companies. Just there's so many things and it's never ending. It keeps coming. There's always new platforms. There's always hot new things. And you hear about a story where some kid made $1 bajillion in one day on a new social media platform. So you start hopping on that. But there's so many ways to spread your message that focusing is becoming a problem. I have been the victim of this too, where I just get distracted by all the shiny new things and platforms out there and start randomly just throwing out content to see what happens. But here's the problem. You end up half-assing each one of the platforms. So instead of bouncing around social media networks, what if you just focused on one, right? So I got sucked into this where I started just tweeting random things, or sometimes I'll make a YouTube video here and there, but I won't be consistent about it. Or occasionally I'll post something on LinkedIn, but then forget about it. Or then just get distracted with YouTube Shorts. Now that there's short form content coming out, I'll get distracted with that. Or I'll record a random podcast or experiment with TikTok and Instagram short videos. So I decided to focus. And here are the 3 criteria I decided to focus on. So you can use these 3 questions to figure out where to focus. So the questions are as follows. Number 1, what channel do you have a natural advantage on? Number 2, will you enjoy spending 1 to 3 years of time on this platform? And number 3, what main channel helps you create cascading content? Let's discuss all of these. So number 1, simply enough, what channel do you have a natural advantage at? Okay. Different people have different skill sets. Some people are better at writing. Some people are better at podcasting. Some people are better at video content. For example, I don't think I'm really built for TikTok. I watch some TikTok videos and the extreme short form of the videos aren't really my natural style. And the frequency what you must post is just much too large. However, YouTube has been a great channel for me. It's been enjoyable to make videos for YouTube. People have responded well to my videos, and YouTube has brought me a lot of customers. So I seem to have some natural advantage on that channel. So for me, my stats have shown my natural advantage to be from blog posts that turn into YouTube videos, often made out of those blog posts, and then going on Twitter and screwing around and meeting new people. So I will primarily focus on these channels rather than anything else because I kind of have a natural advantage over here. And the way you can find out where you have a natural advantage is kind of where you post and get the most traction. And I know at the beginning you don't often get a lot of traction, but what seems natural to you, right? What seems easy to you? So for example, Twitter is like pretty easy for me to use and I don't mind it and I enjoy using the platform. So Twitter is a natural advantage for me. YouTube, same way. I've been making videos for years. I have fun doing it. So it's a natural advantage. Blog posts, I love writing blog posts. I would do it to the day I die. So I have a natural advantage at it. So figure out where you have a natural advantage. Which of the platforms do you most resonate with? Number 2, this is a really important question. Will you enjoy spending 1 to 3 years of time on a certain platform? This is an extremely important question. Everyone I know who's built an audience from scratch has been working on it for years. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, 10 years. If you hate using Twitter, then trying to build an audience on Twitter will be painful and difficult and horrible for you. However, if you naturally use Twitter all the time and use it just for fun, then building a Twitter audience actually won't be so bad. In fact, you might enjoy it. So ask yourself, which platforms do you love using? If the answer is none, then I'm sorry, maybe building an audience online isn't for you. But if you like a couple of the platforms and you regularly use them and engage them and enjoy scrolling them and using and creating on them, then perhaps that's a platform you can consider building your business on. And number 3, and this is important, what main channel helps you create cascading content? So what I mean by cascading content is content that you create once and then it turns into all sorts of other content for you. So for example, if I write a long blog post, it can turn into many different forms of media. For example, a single blog post that I write can turn into a blog post, which is a nice SEO asset. It turns into a YouTube video script. So for example, right now, I actually wrote a blog post and I'm recording this video out of that blog post. So I'm making this YouTube video script out of the blog post. So now I have 2 pieces of content. And then number 3, it cascades into social content. So this blog post and video can now be chopped up into little micro contents like tweets, Pinterest images, LinkedIn posts, TikTok videos, etc. So the main channel for me to focus on would be blog posts because the rest of the channels feed off that main piece of content. They cascade down from the blog posts. So maybe your natural advantage is being able to record into a video camera and make a great video right out just with no script. I personally can't do that. So it's not a natural advantage of mine. So for me, I need to focus on writing blog posts, and from there it turns into videos, and from there it turns into social content, and that takes care of all of my content creation. So there it is. If you ask yourself those 3 questions, you'll probably figure out which platforms, about 1 to 3 of them, that you should really focus on. So number 1, what channel do you have a natural advantage? Number 2, will you enjoy spending 1 to 3 years of time on that platform? And number 3, what main channel helps you create cascading content? So let's ask you the question and let me know in the comments, what piece of content cascades into other content for you? So for example, do you like making videos and then chopping it up into smaller little micro videos? Or do you like writing blog posts and then turning them into long videos and then turning into social media like I do? What's your cascading content process? What platform do you like using the most? Let me know in the comments and I'll talk to you later. My name is Neville Medora. See ya.